And then for me, my initiation, I used to avert being with myself like the plague. From 14 to 34, there wasn't a single night of the week I stayed home, literally. And some of that's my natural character. I'm a Leo, I'm a generator, very masculine yang personality. There's a lot of that, of how much I was averting being with my feelings and myself and facing the pain and the shadows from childhood. So my initiation consisted of 3 months in solitude in my log cabin in the woods in the depth of winter, no power, no electricity, and having the courage to sit with the maddening thoughts, the pain that I hadn't processed. And even then, in solitude, I still created so many ways to avert my feelings. So it wasn't until I really started to make decrees and started to be of service to men that I started to call in elders in my life, where I found men. And that was a messy experience too. I was, giving my power away to some men that didn't have the highest level of integrity, or just hadn't done their own inner work to truly guide younger men in a way that was healthy and constructive. And no shame on them. They were just where they were. And more recently, I've been connected with elders who are truly walking a path of the red road of service, of remembering what it is to steward the earth, to live through the heart. So who initiates the initiators? That's a great question. And I'm grateful for some of the men that I found in my life that were instrumental to me coming into this devotion to the awakening hearts of men. Like, as I shared, that first men's organization, Universal Brotherhood, that was my first guide, my first mentor at the age of 34, where I allowed somebody in my life to guide me. So from what I've experienced in the Western culture, there's deep awakening in men right now that's taking place, which I see pendulum swings where there was a time where I like to see the distorted masculine. To me, a lot of the language that's been put in there is not necessarily in alignment. So men who were so conditioned to avert their feelings, the feminine way was a threat. Living through the time of the madman and the oppression of women, disconnected from their connection to Mother Earth, and a lot of behavioral patterns that were distorted. So then I see this big pendulum swing more in this day and age of where it's like we're in this distorted masculine energy, where I personally experienced this too, where I was more in my distorted feminine energy, where I was so sensitive, I couldn't hurt a fly, I couldn't speak my truth, I felt meek.